for the last hour, and every point, I have no idea what you are about.
And you know, every point has been recorded. You know what I'm saying? So
no, but you've also said that as well, Ray. You've talked about it being recorded.
Yeah.
But he was trying to be clear. He said, "Who is the ancestor?" And you've now at least had accepted that you didn't want to make a name of that.
Ancestor.
Okay, so now he's clear. But before he's saying, when he was asking, it's as though you were avoiding answering, but not saying you didn't want to answer. So I'm hearing exactly what he's saying. He's been very clear. He said, this is the ancestor, that come out of this person, these are the sons of that person, and he's given the line. Mm-hmm. Then he's asked you the question, who in your mind, who do you believe? And you've said, well, your mother and father had grandparents, but there's no name. So he's saying, okay, why are we dancing around? This is why we can't move forward. And he's quite right. Either we say, I don't want to give a name of who the ancestor is, or I don't know a name, I just know I come from a people. And then we can say, amen, okay, you don't know the name of them, I'll tell you who they are then, and you might disagree. So you say, okay, let's then accept that you don't believe that.
Okay, but the same philosophy has to be true to the ancestors we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
the same philosophy.
The same story. Hang on. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying, like you're saying, or like we're saying to ourselves in the room right now, that we came way our mothers and fathers, and they came way back onto their mothers and fathers, and blah, until somebody wants to go and give them a title and a name, I've said fair enough.
So will you accept that?
I would accept.
What we're dealing with is total madness. That's what this is right here. I want to put it the way it is, brother. This is total asinine madness. And I'm going to tell you why. This is why. We cannot waste our time on nothing. And we didn't get on the phone just to hear somebody just babble some ideas from nowhere. That's not why we're here. We're here to bring the truth. You can't bring people together under nothing. It's impossible. It's totally impossible to bring a nation together under nothing. No. That means we're in a room, and I got to sit and guess what's coming out of your mind while you're talking.
You see, I'm in agreement with him. I'm saying the moment that we're not clear about what each person is thinking, we can't have that oneness.
We're not problem. And
so that's why I said, you know what? Let's all agree that that's what the agreement's in, and we'll listen over again to what we're trying to go and have a conversation.
But Ray, even if we listen again, we're still going to arrive at the point that, remember, we argued before that as a people, we can't move forward because we're not in agreement, and we almost said we're not respectful enough to accept what it is we believe and what we're about and what we want.
I would rather for him to just don't say anything and just learn. That would be the most perfect part of this, because if you're not bringing nothing, you're in the way.
Okay, and that's, you see, remember, Ricardo. You know
no, brother. I'm talking in general. We're in the last time, brother.
Yes, true, and I'm
people, let me tell you, man. We have people that's looking to deal with our people. Total genocide, FEMA camps, destruction, death. And I'm not going to waste my time sitting here just, okay, let me just see, maybe I can figure out something that's coming out of this brother's mouth that has something to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, then.
I don't have to, we shouldn't have to deal with that, brother. If you don't have a platform or an actual idea to bring, I don't understand what is this about.
Okay.
But Ray, let me ask a question.
I know before you ask the question, let's just vote no. And these are the facts. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, more time a lot of was said over the radios, and to go and end up to go and say that there was nothing said, I said I have to accept that as your fact. And this is what it's going to take you back to looking at the same conversation through both sides of the coin. So when we take it back to the conversation, because I've got a show tomorrow called Reference Point, and in bringing it reference points, I would make clear all the points I was trying to make. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try and damn this the best. You know what I'm saying? To get that done for tomorrow night. Because all I wanted to go and ever say at the start of this conversation, that we all understand each other. That's all I ever wanted us to say.
No, but brother, I can't say no that him don't understand you.
It's true. So, at this point, we are not understanding points.
Yeah.
And at certain points in the conversation, we were at understanding points.
Yeah.
So we should never leave it on, we didn't understand. We just acknowledge the fact we didn't understand each other on this particular point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But brother, we're talking about coming together.
Yeah, we're coming together.
No, let me say, no.
Just by having a conversation.
Listen to me clearly, brother, and I'm glad the other people out there can hear this. Brother, if you got to wait till tomorrow to clear up what you can clear up right now, You can't see how that's an issue.
No, it is an issue. And it's a real issue. Because it took an hour for us to go and agree on a point that we should agree on.
Brother, I have no idea what you're talking about. Does that mean anything to you?
It means plenty to me. You know what I'm saying? That means we've been speaking over a lot of things and you don't know, no idea what I'm talking about. That's what it means.
Well, brother, I'm willing to hear. How can we come together as a people, and who are we, and who are those ancestors? No, I will not say a word. Okay, please clear that up for me.
I said, listen, first and foremost, let's agree on what we agree on. You know what I'm saying? And if we can all agree on, Ricard, that we agree on this is our foundation, and then when we move off this point to find out who our ancestors are, of course I'll sit down humbly and listen.
Brother, what foundation?
On our foundation, which we are building today.
So what's that?
This is based on understanding each other's mindset at a
point. No. So you're saying the foundation is what?
The foundation is this right here, right now. The foundation is this, us right here, right now, and having this conversation.
But hold on. But Ray, he's saying his foundation is he is an Israelite.
No, that's his foundation.
No. My foundation is truth and basis of history.
Yeah.
And it's history. Like when Brother Gaja asked me a question, I went into the history and explained the history. Mm-hmm. You cannot bring people together just by sitting in the room talking with the first thing comes out of your mind.
It's true, and that is so true. And you see, when we go back into the story and we understand the history, we have to go and understand whose history is giving us our history to go make us understand our history. And if we don't understand who's giving us our history to go and understand our history,
all right, then.
You know what I'm saying? We then.
All right, listen, hold on.
We then get confused in the all of the reasoning because we're accepting the reasoning from somebody. What I like is when we get together. You know what I'm saying? And have a conversation about our essence and what we represent. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't really.
Let me tell you.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me come in now. Listen now, Ray. What am I get for understand, right? Mm-hmm. And I think this is what Brother Rakar is saying. I think you should say this clear because what you just said just then in that right, is what I'm saying is that you are saying now that what Brother Rakar is saying and what he's proclaiming as history, right? How can he accept that as truth when it has been given to him by whoever it's been given to? Now I can understand saying that, but I'm saying say if that's what you mean, say it because this is why we're here. If you want to tell Brother Rakar, listen, I don't believe right now what you're saying because your truth been given to you by your oppressors, right? The language in which you speak, because you mentioned that in the beginning, is a tongue to you by your oppressors. Say it, and then let's see if we can get it right.
That's why I said. This is why I said. This is what Gajo. Listen. This is why I said.
This is why
I am getting a bit confused and
let me say this.
Brother Bakar, before you say anything, right? I am getting a bit confused because I know where I stand. Yeah, I think I have an idea, and I can speak for Mark and where Mark stands. Mm-hmm. I understand where Brother Rakar stands. Mm-hmm. The confusion is a little bit right now on where your standpoint is, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And I think the listeners out there getting it as well. Listen to this text that just come in. It says, Shalom Gaja and the brothers. Why Ray holding up the lessons? Me as a listener, I am listening to learn and not to be confused in nonsense. That's from Leon. And there's another text up here. I'll read that in a second. But there's a bit of confusion going on right now. And we've been an hour without actually making a point. Mm-hmm. Without actually getting to nothing. So the clear and direct question is right now, is what it is that you believe in? Because I can say, I can tell you what I believe in. I believe that, as I said before, as we've been over that. So after I ask that now, is what I just said before, is that correct, Ray? And I'm saying that you're asking Brother Rakar, explaining, how can you come on here and validify what you're saying based on a language that was taught to you by your oppressors, based on a book that was given to you by the people who oppress you? And if he can answer that, am I coming right on that?
You see, but then...
No, am I right on
that?
Yes. Yes, that is the question. So, Brother Rakar, Ray asking you now, the question is, how can you come now, right, and validify all of this information, as you just heard me just say a while ago?
Okay, I want to deal with 2 points. First of all, I want to deal with the spirit of confusion so we don't deal with it no more. I want to say this. That was a disagreement from the beginning, brother. And the whole deal is, the other brother was trying